Insights. Insights are so important. On a monthly basis, I want you to review the behavior of your activity, see what's done, see what has behaved the way you want, i.e., is giving you the is fulfilling your purpose online, whether it's you wanted people to enter a contest or you wanted people to look at your website or whether you wanted people to comment or whether you wanted people just to like a post so you get more reach. Which of your posts are fulfilling your online goals, your online purpose? How do you do that? You go to your business page, go to the down arrow, click on your business page. Let's find one. Let's just go to these are all the business pages that I help manage. Often most of my clients just have one business page that they manage, so I'll go to one of them here. I'll block out who it is so that they don't get upset. And then what you're going to do is once you go to the business page, you're going to go to Insights. When you're logged in as the business page, you're able to see page, messages, notification, insights, publishing tools, and settings. So you click on your Insights. Number one, click on the Insights. The number two, what I want you to do on a monthly basis, click on Insights, and then when the side comes up, I want you to click on something called Posts. Posts are so important because that's going to what I want you to do is look at your posts and see which ones are behaving the way you want them to behave. Of course, you're able to look and see how much new activity you've had that month, your page views that month, your page likes, your engagements, and so forth, new page followers, new video, people who have watched your videos. But the most important element, if you're going to do one thing on your Insights on a monthly basis, I want you to click on Posts. And then what I want you to do is from the clicking on Posts, give it a second to load. This, of course, shows you what time the people that like your page are online. The page we're looking at here right now happens to have around 8,000 followers and likes. So it's showing us when they're online, which is pretty cool. That helps you understand never to post, in this case, at 3 a.m. because by the time your people that like your page come back online, your post is going to be buried by other posts. So they're not going to see it. So you can see the time that they come online is around 9, and they're pretty steady. They're online till around 9:30 p.m. So it's the kind of thing you want to look at. And you can see it varies depending on the time of the day of the week. So that's pretty cool. But what's really important, what I want you to do is to scroll down and look at your post behavior and repeat the behavior. And obviously you want behavior, meaning what you want is more reach and more engagement on your posts. You don't want to just be that person that puts up some sort of flyer and then just boosts the flyer and gets zero engagement. Why is that? You're not going to get much trust value. You're not getting engagement. You're paying for every single view. What you really want to do is take advantage of the fact that you're on social media and have a post that is indeed social. So you want organic reach. So the light orange is organic reach. The dark orange is paid reach. So you want to look at this and say which ones have the best behavior, meaning the largest organic reach. So what did I do on that post that was so effective, and how can I do it again? So there's a couple ways to figure that out. One, if you're interested in reach, you can click on just reach, and it's going to resort that column from highest to lowest reach, which is pretty awesome. So you can decide, okay, how much I boosted this for $27, I boosted this for $10, and this is the kind of reach I'm getting. Oh, I didn't even boost this one, and I had the same reach as that. Pretty awesome. What did I do with that post? So you click on this, and it's going to tell you, it's going to show you the post. So you can say, okay, that post behaved well. When I scroll down, I'm seeing that the other posts, because you can click on more and you can see all your posts, are not behaving that well. So I probably don't want to do this kind of post again, but I'd rather do this kind of post again because I'm getting 6 times the reach. Awesome. Another thing I want you to look at is engagement. There's 2 ways to look at engagement, where you can click on post to see, click post click, those people that have clicked on the post. Now that's important if you're e-commerce and you're hoping people are going to click on your post and go through to your website. That's really important. You want clicks on the post. Or if you've written a lot of information, you want them to see more of the information, and that's part of the measure of success, is either they're clicking on your post and going through to your website, or they're clicking to see more information. Or perhaps your measure of success is instead you're really just looking for reach, and you're looking for engagement, you're looking for comments and shares, and you're looking for reactions, which are likes or loving your post. And why might that be your goal? Because every time one of your fans or one of those people that like your page clicks on it, it automatically gets your post to the top of the news feed of all of those, the person that clicked on it, on top of the news feed of all of their friends. 89% of people trust what their friends are doing online versus what a brand is doing online. So 89% of people trust what their friends are doing online. So if their friend is entering a contest with you, they're going to see that and trust it, and they might enter with you. If their friend says something amazing about your product, their friends see it, and they might actually start looking at your product, which they wouldn't have looked at before. Awesome. So you're really looking for this, which is post clicks or reaction. So let's just click on reactions and have it resort it for you. So when you click on that, it's going to sort from highest to lowest comments and reactions on your business page. So that's pretty cool. So it's showing me here the highest to lowest. Again, there's this one. It didn't have any boosting, and it did pretty good for comments and engagement and reaction. And then you have this one that had boosting, and you can see how much more reach it had than the others and the reaction. Now let's click on post clicks. Clicking through. Now this company I happen to be showing you, we're not an e-commerce site, so we're not really looking for sales from this, because if we were looking for post clicks, I would also then go on that date and look at my Google Analytics and see what was the behavior of those people that came in from that ad that day, and did they, if I had an e-commerce site, buy on my website. That is so important. So you want to understand your measures on a monthly basis. And on Facebook, you just want to go in through your insights. And to me, click on insights, click on posts. And the least that you should do is understand which of your posts are behaving well. So you click on them and you say, okay, what kind of post was it? Was it a video? Was it photos? What color were my photos? What was the quality of my photos? And what I find is the quality of the photos is not what's creating the engagement. It's what you're doing with those photos. If you're saying, don't just push, ask a question. Don't just fly information in people's faces. Ask a question or ask them to enter a contest and let them know that this photo that you're showing them, what the purpose is. So you've got, and what I also noticed is a photo, if it's showing you a photo that's orange, and that always seems to do better than the oranges, than the photos that are gray, pay attention to that and make sure that your next post is the color that's doing well. So that's pretty cool. Another thing under insights, another thing you might be interested in looking at after you've clicked on posts and how your individual posts are behaving is maybe a little bit more about the behavior and who is behaving certain ways on your site. Pretty cool. You can click on page views, and under page views you can increase this to a specific date. Let's just look for the last month in this case, but you can actually look at the last quarter, the last month, the last week, and you could look at total views of the page for that specific time frame. So how many views of the page. Most people don't come back to the page. They just wait for your posts to be in their news feed. So that's something to know. This page has over 8,000 views, people that like the page, and you're seeing how many people actually come back to the page. But you can also see total people who have viewed the page, which is interesting. That's what the top one showed you. But you can look by gender and age. So I see that mostly women are coming back to this page between 25 and 35, which is interesting because this page does very well when they're showcasing kids' boots, kids' coats, and things like this. So it's interesting to see the demographics of the people that are on this page that are actually coming back to the page. So generally it's women over between 25 and 35, or women between 35 and 44 are their largest demographics. Very cool. So that's also something else you may be interested. If you're an international company, you might be interested by country. Obviously, who's coming back to my page by country, and by city perhaps, and by device. Perhaps you're interested in what types of devices are people using. Well, that's interesting to know that the devices are being more than half of the people that are viewing this page are using it by mobile devices, which is another reason why you want to make sure that whatever you're posting is mobile friendly. You certainly don't want it going to a PDF. You don't want it going to a really busy flyer. You want it to be clear photos that you're posting. So, and a clear, simple call to action. You don't want them to link through to a website and having to find it on their mobile phone where they can't find. So that's good information for you to know. Again, the first thing that I would do is go to posts. Second thing I would do is go to page views to see what's going on your page. You may want to go to likes to see how many people like your page over a certain period of time. So if you can take this way back and see the behavior on their page. We are steadily growing on this page. I'm really proud of it. But you can also look to see how many people unlike the page. So maybe you want to see what you did on that day. Why did 5 people unlike my page back then? So things like that are very useful. You want to do this once a month to understand the behavior of page and what's driving the type of business action you're looking for from your company business page. Hope that helps. Take care. Bye for now.